When did you know that the trade for Will Anderson was possible?
Oh, new there kind of draft day. We're hoping that we can, possibly pull it off. But again, you never know until you're on the clock. You never know, what the other team is going to do, how the draft is going to play out. So at the end of the day, I'm just thrilled to be able to get CJ and Will, to be able to get both of those guys too. I mean, two of the top three players in the draft this year. That doesn't happen a lot. So I'm excited to work with both of those guys.
So Nick didn't bring it up to you previously? That was kind of something you found out about in the moment, or when you guys
No.
been talking about it?
Yeah, we had been talking about it. Me and Nick were, in lock and step the entire way. So it's something we had talked about, for a while leading up until the draft. But when you're on the clock, you never know how things are going to play out.
When you're thinking about making that move, why is it important? You gave up so much to go get him. When you're kind of considering the pros and the cons of doing something that aggressive, what did you want to communicate to Nick about why you felt like that sort of piece was important to what you guys wanted to do on defense?
It's all about the people, right? And the person that Will Anderson is, the man that he is, and also with CJ, like to be able to get two guys, right, who are the type of men that I want in the locker room, right? These guys are leaders. These guys are dedicated to being the best at their craft. And these guys have a contagious competitiveness about them it's gonna uplift other guys around them on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. So when you can make those moves this early, our first year, and make those moves, right, I'm all for it because it's about the character of the guys.
So you feel like just because it's year one of your time there, it's still pretty early in you guys building the roster, kind of having those beacons of what you want your program to look like makes a price like that worth it, maybe in other cases where it wouldn't be.
No doubt. And who knows what is the price, right? Who knows what next year looks like? We can't live in the future of what next year look like. What can we do right now to improve our team, to give us the best opportunity to go out and be the best team that we can be right now? And that was the move we wanted to make.
Do you feel like you got a particular insight into him because you probably know people in the building down there? Like, could you have conversations with the people at Alabama that you maybe wouldn't be able to have at another school to get insight on a guy like that?
I think for me is the interesting part of it is, I've kind of watched Alabama throughout over the past couple of years, watching it, and all I hear, is Will Anderson. Right. Also, you see the plays that he makes on the field when it was crunch time, third down, he made big time plays. But when you hear just all of the stories about the type of guy that he is, the type of leader that he is, and how he changed, that locker room there. And it's he's been the same guy from his freshman year of college even up until now. So you know who you're getting when you get a guy like Will Anderson.
You guys brought in CJ. He's competing for the starting job right now. I'm sure that there are competing factors in your mind of when he should play because you want him to be ready. You want him to give you your best chance to win, but you also want to give a young guy experience as soon as you can to kind of help in his development. How do you weigh those factors as you kind of consider the decision of when he's going to get on the field?
It's an evaluation every day, right? Every day, each guy is getting evaluated. You want to see how is he improving each and every day that he's out there? Is he taking the coaching? Is he taking the next step each and every day? And it's at the end of the day, who's the best person to go out and lead our team? And that's what it'll come down to.
Bobby Slowick is your offensive coordinator. You obviously worked with Bobby for the last couple of years in San Francisco. What about him kind of led you to make that decision and pick him to be the guy who ran your offense?
Yeah, Bobby is a guy I know. I know the man. I know how detailed oriented he is. I know how dedicated he is to the process of being great. Know who he learned under for the past 6 years, learned under Kyle Shanahan. I know, Bobby is a very smart guy. Bobby has helped me in my coaching journey. Bobby has helped me. I've learned from Bobby. And so I know Bobby will do an excellent job, right? Seeing the way he installed the offense there last year, installed it with our coaches here this year again, he's gonna do a great job. And I'm fired up for Bobby to have this opportunity because it's well deserved.
Obviously, every time this offense has gone to a different place around the NFL, you think about Mike McDaniel, what he did with the Dolphins last season. There's so many other examples. You always have to filter it through your personnel. And that's the most successful examples that we've seen of this. So, how do you kind of figure out as you build what you want to be on offense, maintaining the foundation of what that system is while also understanding these are the ways to put our players in the best possible positions?
And that's the beauty of our offensive system, right? It can morph into whatever it needs to be based on the players, right? And at the end of the day, on the offense, it's all about putting the ball in your playmakers' hands and allowing them to do what they do and to change the game. So you can see how the offense it changes when you have Debo Samuel in your offense or you have a Tyreek Hill in your offense, right? That the offense can morph into whatever it needs to be, right? But we're going to make sure that we tailor it toward the strengths of our team that we have here. So you will see each, and as you talk about the offense, as you go to different teams around the league, it always has a different feel based on who's running that offense. So Bobby will put his style, his imprint on the offense. It won't look exactly like San Francisco, but Bobby will put his imprint on it.